Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota, and I'm looking for myself on my tablet so I can interact with you. That is half the fun of going live. Oh, I see I need to move this up a little bit. All right, I think we're good to go. I think we're good. Okay, so hello, friends and family. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about while we're waiting for more people to join us, I'm going to leave this here while I talk about these things. The World Card Making Day is coming up on Saturday, October 1st. I am doing 3 videos. These are all Central Time, so you'll have to adjust. 9 o'clock Central, I'm making a masculine card. 10 o'clock, I'm making a sympathy card. And 11 o'clock, I'm making a holiday card. I haven't decided which holiday yet. And then at Central Time, it's 3 to 6 o'clock. So Mountain Time, it's 2 to 5. And Eastern Time, it's 4 to 7. And I have all this on my blog, by the way, which is why I left this out. So at northstarstamper.com, all this information is there. Stampin' Up! Is doing a free virtual event for everybody. I imagine it's going to be very much like our demonstrator-only events, but it's open to everybody. And it's just on stampinup.com is where the video will be, and they are going to offer the replay afterwards. And I assume it will still be on stampinup.com. I don't know exactly. Get in touch with me if you can't find it, and get in touch with me if you are going to attend, and we will chat the afternoon or evening away, and we're going to have some fun. So the stamp sets and dies, so the bundles that Stampin' Up! Is using for this event, they're in the annual catalog. Do I have more people coming? All right, hello. On page 57, they're going to be using the Cottage Rose bundle. I do not have it, so I am opting... I think I'm going to use this one, and I have the dies too. Are they in here? No. I imagine they're going to use this big floral and a sentiment. So I found one that I had in my stash, the Blessings of Home. I'm going to use probably this larger floral, and I might even stamp and color it and die cut it so I'm ready to go and I don't have to do that on October 1st. So I think if you have any floral, you could stamp your own floral too. Whatever you have, I imagine we're going to be using that. And maybe some greens too. I'll probably die cut some greens or something. I don't know. But this is what I'm going to use instead of the Cottage Rose bundle. The second bundle they're going to use is in the mini catalog on page 59. They are going to be using the Cottage Wreaths bundle, and I don't know exactly how big those are. I should have somebody measure those for me. The largest die is 2 by 2, so I imagine that would be the wreath. I'm going to have to find a friend who has that. Because I was going to use, this is now retired, the Arrange a Wreath, because I have the Wreath Builder dies as well. And I was going to, again, stamp and die cut a few wreaths ahead of time so that I have less to do that day. But I think any wreath you have, if you have just like a stamp that's a leaf or something, you could stamp your own wreath and cut it out. You'd have to fussy cut. That'd be a lot of work. But just an option if you want to join us. Again, this is October 1st. And then the last bundle they are using is going to be a new stamp set or new bundle in the January through June 2023 mini catalog, and you can purchase this now as a pre-order kind of thing. It's called the Warm Welcome Stamp Set and the Warm Welcome Dies. Lots of fun images. I can't imagine what they're going to do with this bundle. I did go back, and we had a barn door stamp, or it was a bundle that had a door shape. So if you have that one, that might work too. And one of the things I like to do when I get a new die set is to die cut everything. So I use retired cardstock so that I'm not wasting it. I should see, are my mom and dad watching? Hello, everybody. They are watching. So, Dad, you mentioned when I was home last weekend about not throwing something away if there's a use for it. Well, this is a very old retired cardstock. I found a use for it. I was so happy that I did that. I can't even tell you what color that is. I don't know. So the red are just the dies, and then I stamped on the green soft sea foam, so you can see how they die cut out. Well, on the back side, I went to stamp them, but I did this side first, and so when I went to stamp the door, I didn't get nice images, but you can see it does stamp very nicely. It just wasn't smooth when I stamped these two. So these are just what the stamps look like, and of course I had to use red on the hearts. So a little bit of coloring, they'd be kind of fun. I can imagine putting these shoes inside the door. When my kids were all home, they'd have people over and there'd be all kinds of shoes at the front door, and I kind of miss those days. I believe these words fit on these, and you can make them into banners. You can make this into like a hanging with the ribbon on the top. These, I made myself a note to use adhesive sheets before you die cut your house numbers. I did not, and it was very messy, and that's why they are not in line. I used liquid glue to put these on. So this is the third bundle that they'll be using on October 1st for World Card Making Day. So I hope you're able to join us for all or part of it. Again, I believe all the recordings, sorry for that loud noise, will be recorded and you'll be able to watch later. All right, let's get busy. So if you saw my pre-post or my teaser post, I watched a lot of the Queen's funeral this morning, and I was so inspired by the beautiful crown that was on her casket. It was called the Imperial State Crown, and I guess normally it's on display, so I told Tony, I want to go to London and see the Queen's crown, although I'm not sure whose crown it's going to be next. I don't know, but I want to go see it. It was beautiful. It was purple and had, I think, 2,000 to 3,000 gems on it. A lot of diamonds, but then once I saw a real clear picture, they were all colored things too. We are going to stick with rhinestones. And I have some silver twine. And then I don't know if I colored this or if it came colored. I don't know. I found it in my stash. Again, if I can find a use for it, I save it. So I thought that would be a nice addition, so I'm going to use lots of silver. And then I have some pieces cut. I think I'm going to ask your input. What color purple do you think I should use? I have Gorgeous Grape. Oh, I'm wrecking my brain here. Actually, I have the ink here. I'm going to use that. Rich Razzleberry, Blackberry Bliss, and this is Fresh Freesia. I'm thinking of using those two together and possibly not using any white. I like to challenge myself to make a card with no white and no vanilla, and because they come out very different, because I have to be a little more creative. I have silver embossing powder. I also have some things cut and die cut. This was actually part of the silver foil, but you can see it's got a purple tinge to it. And I don't think we offer this right now, but this is the silver glimmer paper. So these are the things that I'm going to be using tonight. So any suggestions? Oh, somebody is watching from the UK. Hello, Zena. Is that how you pronounce your name? I'm so sorry for your loss. Being an American, we don't have royalties, so I find it very fascinating. And very interesting. I learned a lot. I had my phone next to me while I was watching TV, and I kept looking things up. So, I learned that the monarch stands for national identity, unity, and pride. And I honestly can't think of anything that we have equivalent to that in the U.S., and I kind of wish we did. So, anyway, let's see. Melissa says that the wreaths are roughly 2 inches in diameter, but she's not near them, so she could measure them. Let's see. Gorgeous Grape and Blackberry Bliss. Oh, Anna with a Z. Xana. Thank you for telling me that. You probably get that a lot, don't you? So, welcome, and thank you for joining us. Okay. I actually have a card that I think I'm going to do. I was going to do Blackberry Bliss, and then maybe the Fresh Freesia, just for something different. I like the really dark, and I think it's going to be a nice contrast to that. Have you ever been to my blog? I have fun fold tutorials on there, and this is one of them. It's called, oh, where'd my notes go? I was all organized. This was a blog post on April 30th, 2021 called the Corner Fold Card. So I went to my own blog to remember how to do this because I don't remember everything. I will cut one for you real quick while I have you here. This one I folded a little off. So let's do that. So again, we're going to use Blackberry Bliss. Zana, that was a great idea. I love the deep purple, and purple just means royalty to me anyway. We're going to standard A2 card. So 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, and I'm going to make sure I score it. So score your card in half, and then let me bring this one back. So I'm going to cut this using my trimmer, and so the cuts are both the same. So you just have to remember where your cuts are going to be. If you maybe draw a picture of this so you remember, and it's 3 inches in, and then 5/8 of an inch to 3 inches, and then you flip it back. So I always have to stop and think. So this is going to be my card, and I'm going to cut here so I can flip this back. So 3 inches in, I'm going to cut, and now I have my tape here. Hopefully you can see. Let me move up a little bit. Okay, 3 inches in, and I'm going to put my trimmer at 5/8 of an inch, and I'm going to slice it to 3. All right, so there's my first slice. You can see right there. Now I need to cut here. So 3 inches. So I'm going to cut here. So I'm going to put that at 3 inches, and then cut from 3 inches to 5/8 of an inch. And hopefully that worked. Hopefully I got that. Yep. This time I will be a little more careful when I fold it back. Now we're going to fold this corner back. I'll get that out of the way. My last one wasn't quite straight. I'm actually going to close it. I always like to stand up so I can see a little better what you're seeing. There we go. And then I'm going to make sure this is straight and that is straight. It's a little hard to see because it is a very dark cardstock. So I'm going to hold it there and gently push that down. Grab my bone folder. There we go. So there is our corner fold. And then when we put something behind it, and then we get all our layers and everything on, that'll be good. I do have some things cut. I cut some of that glimmer paper. So that's a 3-inch square. So this was cut at 2 3/4 square. So 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I also have some other ones. This silver I cut. So I just thought I want to cut this corner off. So I marked on the back and I just sliced it. Let's see how that looks with this. See if I need to trim it anymore. And then we are just going to add rhinestones and glimmer paper. And I think I'm going to emboss. What do you think of that? Either that or the fresh freezer behind it, maybe. That might be prettier. I think I like the fresh freezer better. This isn't quite silver. It's got a purple tinge to it, which I thought might go with our Blackberry Bliss, but I'm changing my mind. So I'm going to cut this one to be on the inside of my card. So it's a layer, so I'm going to go 4 by 5 1/4. And then you'll be able to see that corner fold. We're going to lay it here so you can see where we're going with this. I grabbed this decorative circle punch because I noted that it is 2 1/4 inches. Let's punch that out and see if we like that as our focal point. Oh, that's pretty. I really want some more silver down here. Let's see what I have in my stash. The silver glimmer paper I think is not current, so I apologize for that. If you're like me, you have some in your stash. I also had die cut some circles because I was going to make an anniversary card and use this stamp. I think I will. Maybe we'll use one of my die cuts with the wine glasses and Blackberry Bliss ink. This is a photopolymer, so I'm going to grab, let's grab some paper here. Some grid paper so I keep my work surface clean, although this wipes off really well. Blackberry Bliss ink. Sorry, I keep forgetting I have to be on camera so you can see I'm lining it up so the heart is straight. And I did not do that very well. Do I have another one? I do, but this is smaller. I don't know if you can see, I pushed too hard and there's a smudge there. Let's see how we're doing here. So I'm going to be more gentle with my ink. I think this will fit. Much better. There we go. Pull that aside. And line that up, line that up. Maybe even put this behind it. I kind of like that. And then I'll put some of that ribbon. Oh, see, this is all coming together so well. I will put some of this trim. I don't know. We're going to play around and see. And I also have some scraps of my glimmer paper. I thought it might be kind of fun to put one up here. No, maybe not. I just had a few ideas coming into tonight. Normally I like to have a demo card. Sometimes made, sometimes I don't show you when I'm doing it ahead of time. But my cards turn out better when I do. Maybe just this. No, I think this. We're going to put this down here, and then we'll put the sentiment here. And I do want to stick with the Fresh Freesia cardstock. I am almost out. It's my last piece. Is this big enough? It might be. Let's see what sentiments I have. Oh, just congratulations. There's a congratulations in this Breaking News stamp set. So we will use that. And I don't think this block is long enough. And I don't want to chance it. We need a narrow, skinny one like that for these. I'm curious, did you watch any of the funeral today? It was very inspiring. Alright, and hold my breath. Ah, that's good. You know what? It's not perfect. That C isn't quite on there. Two sides to my cardstock. I'm turning it over. Let's try again. It's easy to line these up because they're photopolymer and I can see right through it. Although, I think that C is supposed to be like that. And then this is long enough that I have... Oh, that's how the C is supposed to be, I think. Yeah. And you can tell by looking here, it isn't quite as big as the O. I don't know why they did that, but that's the way it's supposed to be because that's the image on the front. All right, I'm going to trim these down so that they're the same length. Again, these were just scraps. I made like 4 cards out of scraps the other day. I should put those somewhere and have you see what I do. So it is 3 3/8. 3 3/8. That I will throw away. That's tiny. There we go. Let's put all this together and we're going to be done. I think this is going to come out lovely. Trying to think, who has an anniversary coming up? Oh, I know. There's an anniversary in October. They will be getting this card. I don't think I have one put aside for them yet or made for them. This is just your standard layer on the inside of my card. glitter everywhere. Tommy will be happy when I send this card. Adhesive on my 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square, and that lines up perfectly. Actually, I'm going to turn it over, burnish it. I'm going to put my punched circle. I'm going to use quite a bit of adhesive here because my glimmer paper is not flat. And I don't want this coming off. I am going to center that. And turn it over so I can burnish. I got glitter. Alright, sorry for the mess here. Let's move this out of the way. To put down our ribbon, I am going to use some tear and tape. So I'm going to put 3 pieces right in the middle of my circle because I know that those are going to cover them up. Sorry, I'm not reading comments. Let's read real quick. I think we're good. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Okay, we're good. That's good. I do want to do one thing real quick here. I'm going to make this heart purple. So I'm going to use ink from my lid. Since I haven't gotten this paper dirty, we're going to put it on here. I'm just going to test it on here. That was too dark. There, it's getting lighter. So this is water, water painter, just to give a little more definition to our heart. And we're going to set that aside and let that dry. To get the ink in the lid there, I just squished like that to get the ink. And then I don't waste it. Alright, I'm going to set that aside. Let's bring this back in here. Let's play around a little bit. I think I just want loops. Yeah, I'm just going to try to loop it around, going beyond my Fresh Freesia decorative circle there, and I don't want the ends to show. Once I get this circle on top of it, it'll hold them down. Just gonna play around. So there's 1, 2, 3. We'll do odd numbers. This might be enough. We'll see. I may not use that ribbon. Let's get some of the stuff out of the way so you can see where I'm going with this. And put that there. That one's too big. Oh, I kind of like that. It kind of looks like a flower, but that's okay. And we're not going to see the end. These scissors don't always cut things the best. They're heavy duty. And then to keep this down, I think I will put some more tear and tape on top. Especially on the ends. And I don't think I need to pull up the liners here, because what I'm going to do to put on this circle, I'm going to use some mini dimensionals, and I'm going to strategically put them where there is no, I'll call it twine. I don't know what it's really called. I think it's called silver twine. Is that going to cover up all that? It certainly is. Put a couple more. These I do need to take off. I need to center it. Sorry, I need to turn it so I can see for just a second. Oh, look at that. I really like it. And I'm not even done yet. We're going to put the silver on the bottom. And then the congratulations above it, where oh, it's right in front of me. I was looking for my green glue. Let's see. Almost time for a new bottle. I should see how long these last me. It's months. And I create almost every day. I am very blessed that way, that I have time. Alright. Oh. See, that's why I turn it over. I don't know if you saw it move. Alright. Maybe we'll pop this one up. Ooh, which side do I like better? I think my first one is better. This is kind of long, so I'm going to put 4. Like that. Alright, so get this out of the way. And where did my rhinestones go? I just have a big pile of stuff over here. I guess I have to dig a little deeper. There they are. What I do is I slit the end that has the fold on it. I slit open, and then I can just pull these in and out. I don't think I've ever showed you that. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to put one on each end of my sentiment. Maybe a big one. Maybe a couple big ones. A couple of them. A big one. And a small one. There are 3 sizes here. I think these are the current ones. Let's see, are we done or do we need more? I think maybe some up here. Maybe one of each. One. And a medium. And a little. Here's that. Oops. So that was the putty end. Oh, I like it. I think I am going to adhere this corner down. I'm going to use a glue dot for that. So I'm going to take my corner, pick up a glue dot, or 2. Another one. Pretty sure it'll be fine, and I go like that. I want to make sure I get it in the corner, or I'm going to adhere my card shut. One more thing. I do like people to know that this was made with Stampin' Up! Products, and this stamp says made with love. One of our Angel Policy stamps. And now it's ready. I will probably stamp something. I think I have a stamp that says celebrate your anniversary, and I'll put that on the envelope. So this is in honor of the Queen. Gold and lots of silver. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. I will show you again which stamp set that was. I had others here, but I think this one worked well. And again, World Card Making Day is Saturday, October 1st. Let me know if you're going to be joining us, especially for the Stampin' Up! Portion in the late afternoon, early evening. And I'm going to create a Facebook chat group so we can talk about what we're seeing and what we're doing and work through any problems we might have. So let me look at any comments, questions. Thank you all for joining me. I'm glad you like my card. It worked out really well. I had a vision, and sometimes it works, and and sometimes it doesn't. So thank you, thank you. Kathy says it's looking classy. I think the dark is using the dark purple with the silver was key. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. All right. Oh, I see somebody wanted a different color. Maybe I'll make another one with she wanted grape. So thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. Have a great week, and watch your inboxes for my newsletter. I'll have information about World Card Making Day in there as well. So we'll see you next Monday. Bye.